Should I try One Book July challenge? Ever since I dove into planner community, I find out about One Book July. So One Book July challenge, in case if you don't know, is when you try to use just one book or one planner or one journal throughout the whole month of July. And to an outsider, it might not seem like a big deal. But if you're a planner girly, you know you have like 10 different planners and they all serve different things and you cannot live without them, and then you go from one to another to another. I sure definitely have that problem. One Book July is definitely a challenge for me. And so last week when I came across people preparing for One Book July, I went, oh, that's right. Should I try it this year? And when I thought of it, immediately I thought, well, I probably can just go with my Passion Planner Daily. If you've seen my mid-year review video, you saw that I will be basically using Passion Planner Daily and then a journal for my journaling needs. But then I kind of not accidentally, did a July prep in this planner right here. In one of my previous videos, you might have seen that I found Notebook Therapy and I bought this gorgeous travel style bullet journal from them, and this is what's inside of this cover. This beautiful shiny edge with planets and stars. That is that beautiful notebook. Let me open it up. It's in this gorgeous black velvet with moon and stars on the cover. And when I got it, my main thought was, I don't want to ruin this cover with dirt or scratches because it is velvet, so I'm sure it is susceptible to that. And actually one of my viewers asked, how are you planning to protect the cover? And so what I decided to do is what Hedda from Mochi Bujo does. Actually, she's the one who inspired me to get this notebook to begin with, and she has a very similar setup to protect her notebook. She has this cloth wallet, and this one basically is a TN wallet. I believe Midori might carry it, but I got mine from Amazon. I have actually a smaller version of it as well, but this one is a traveler size. It's cloth and it's also starched, I believe. It has a large pocket here and it has these 3 pockets right here, and then on the other side it has a zipper section, so really big zipper section. You can have stickers in here or checks or receipts, what have you. And then what she did, let me take this out for a second. She just strung this wallet inside of the TN, just like I did here. And then I put the notebook inside. So I didn't string the notebook into here because I don't want to ruin the pages. I'm just basically using this as a cover, like true cover protection. And then this particular cover, I got it from, I believe, the company called SLYC. I'm gonna link to it if I can find it. I got this from Amazon the longest time ago, so I don't know if they still have it or not. I'm in that company, but I believe there are other makers that make TNs from this similar leather. I actually have this in this standard TN and I also have it in pocket one. But if you have just a regular TN already from Midori or Traveler's Company or any other company that makes this kind of traveler style cover, you can definitely use it. So I love this cover for as long as I've had it. I always wanted to kind of get back into it. I'm weirdly not into narrow pages, but this specific notebook just inspired me because it's so beautiful, and then it gave me a chance to use this cover as well. This is the cover that I'm going to use to protect this notebook and not to wear off this leather, and it might sometimes have coloring inside, or kind of the leather cream. I didn't want that to wear off onto the cover either, so that's why I got the same wallet the way Hedda has as well. Alright, so that's the cover for the notebook, and this is the notebook itself. And the reason I'm thinking to use this for my One Book July is because I got it end of May and I really wanted to use it in June, but then I figured let me use it beginning with July, so then it's exactly beginning of the quarter. So I figured quarter 3, which starts on July 1st, will be great point to start this bullet journal. So I went ahead and prepped it for month of July. So let me share with you. Alright, so here is just your front page. You just say who it belongs to. I didn't put anything here. I have a couple of stickers here. These are actually little pieces of washi tape that I had extra of when I was designing these pages. So there is no like super design idea behind here. Since there's a washies, I can just take them off, but I kind of land them here for now. So nothing creative here. But on the first spread, since I'm just kind of getting into bullet journaling, the artsy side of it, I've been literally just watching Hedda's videos, Hedda from Mochi Bujo, and just trying to like the best to kind of like replicate what she does or use her videos as inspiration. So since this is the first time I'm using notebook for 2024, I decided to put calendars here. Since I am beginning in July, I put July, August, and September because this kind of notebook, as I mentioned, lasts about 3 months. So that's what I put here. I put a washi tape here, and I put some washies here, and then I used this sticker from Passion Planner sticker set and these stars and flowers, and just wrote July by hand. If you watched my video about this notebook specifically, and then other videos where I did some sticker reveals, because this cover is so beautiful, like a dark night sky, I decided to have kind of like moon and like very moody and dark vibe in this notebook. I might change it up, but mostly, at least now, I'm trying to decorate it with like moons and stars. And to use that, I have the sticker set here. It's a washi tape and stickers from Notebook Therapy as well, and it's called Lunar Mystery. Gorgeous washi tapes. You can look at them in detail in my unboxing videos, and underneath there are also stickers in here. So beautiful. So as you can see, I used some of these here. I used that one on the bottom here. Gorgeous washi tapes and stickers. And then I also got additional kind of a moon inspired washis from Amazon too, mostly not to use up the notebook therapies as fast because they're so gorgeous. So I got some here and some here, and actually I believe this thin one here I used on the top here, and this one here I believe is from this set, Starry Universe washi tape. So basically I tried to kind of like have a mix of washi tapes from different makers and different companies to kind of like create this mood here. So that's kind of like my title page for the month. Then inside of the month, these pages are so thick that I constantly think there are 2 of them in here. I set up pages here for goals, so just used the washi tape I believe from this set, and then also had a sticker set with kind of like these witchy, starry, moody kind of stickers. So I put one here to kind of match this blue a little bit and this purpley blue, and just use these brushes from Ohuhu over here to basically do every other or every third line here to like put my goals here. And then on this side I did this month, and I did it very simply, just another thin washi tape here, and your classic bullet journal style monthly view, which is you have your days of the month and then you have day of the week next to it. And then got idea from Hedda's video is I put lines here where the weekend is to kind of delineate the weeks a little bit, because in your standard monthly or weekly view you can see where your your Sunday through Monday kind of laid out, and you're used to that view. When you do it like this, sometimes you cannot tell where the weekend is, so your month kind of like gets discombobulated. So I just put simple lines here for Saturday and Sunday. You can use highlighters or brush pens, maybe do thicker line with color. Obviously this color scheme can be whatever you want it to be, but this is what I did so far. I try to keep it clean and minimal. I'm not brave enough yet to like really layer it and decorate it the way Hedda does, but I figured I'll start small and then over time I'll get more comfortable kind of layering things on the top of each other. So I just wrote this month here and I drew a little moon. The next spread here is tasks. Again, did very simply. I used a Fudu Touch brush pen here in this teal to match this teal starry washi tape. Another kind of teal washi tape in here of different size. And then that same set as I had this bottle from, I had this butterfly. And even though it's butterfly, it's actually a night moth. I liked it because it has a little bit of that same color in here, and it also has moons inside of the butterfly itself. So I thought it was really cute how they all played off each other. And since I do tend to do a lot throughout the month, I figured let me give myself a big space for tasks. So probably gonna end up writing them in 2 columns kind of deal. So this is my tasks list. And then the next spread that I did is the braid dump, and braid dump is in a different color. This one's more on the like antique brown. This beautiful washi tape from Notebook Therapy, I just couldn't wait to use it because it's so gorgeous. It's like a vintage book about planets and stars and astrology, and it says phases of the moon here. But of course the part that I love the most is that it's antiqued, as if it's like burned off here. It's cut out that way and basically antiqued and aged on the end, and it just goes on like that the whole time. So I took a long piece and I put half of it here and half of it here to kind of like balance out the layout, and I put a brain dump here. This one is a Food Touch brush in brown, so it's the same type of brush as this teal one over here. But only brown. I have both of these colors and I love them forever. You've probably seen them in so many of my videos. And then this corner was kind of naked to me, so I was like, what can I put in here? I got this bookish sticker set, and this one says here, read more books. And I know maybe brain dump not necessarily related to books, but sometimes is, right? Like when you hear about a cool book and you just write down so then you can find it later and read it. But mostly I like it because it has this kind of like this brown antique looking bookmark that kind of plays off of this brown here, and I thought that this color scheme here kind of plays off with the rest of the page, so I decided to put it here to balance out, you know, the words here with a sticker here. And that's all I have for now. So first of all, it's my first time in a while being in a bullet journal and actually decorating it heavily. I mean, to me that's heavily because your classic bullet journal is literally just pen and notebook and that's it. Another consideration I have is this notebook, as a lot of notebooks, is about 144 pages, so it's not a lot of pages that I'm used to, so I don't want to use up a bunch of pages on things that I might not need. So for now I decided to have just these spreads. So the title page, goals, calendar for this month, so basically put appointments, birthdays, things like that. The tasks, which I'll definitely will use, and brain dump, which I will definitely use. And then starting with this page, I will just do weekly, probably horizontal weekly. I will see, I might do 4 on this side and 3 on this side to give more space to weekend, because I do a lot of things on the weekend versus weekdays where I just work, so most of my day basically nothing really going on that I want to record here. So I'm thinking that on this spread I will go basically into the weekly view, which is amazing because in July Thirst lands right on Monday, so I can do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday here. I will see. And then on the top of that I might do actually daily entries, especially in upcoming few weeks, because I will do some traveling, so probably will have a little bit more of actual traveler journal in this notebook. Because of that, I don't want to pre-draw my weeks yet. I might do very loose weeks. I might do either lines, or I can just, you know, tag for the day and just write it. I've been kind of going back and forth with myself if I want to do this bullet journal in a true bullet journal style where you just write each day as it comes, or go more elaborate and do like the weekly spreads the way a lot of bullet journalists do. But then again, as I mentioned, my concern is I don't want to go crazy with spreads that I might not need and then use up all the pages. So back to the actual subject of one book, July. Will I be able to handle the whole month of July with just one book, especially this one, new to me book? If you talked to me just 6 months ago, I would have said no way, because at that time I had like 6 or 8 different planners that I was thinking to use for various things. But if you saw my 6-month review video, I'm actually down to 2 planners or 2 notebooks, because right now my life is very busy and I'm really craving minimalism and simplicity. The less the better, the simpler the better. I feel that right now I'm in a place where one book would do just fine, and actually it will be a really nice challenge that, if anything, will help me calm my days and make them as simple as possible. So as far as this notebook, what am I planning to use it for? In my days now, because I'm really busy at work, what I find I use my notebooks for, or my planners for, are just a handful of things. I plan my week by writing down any kind of appointments that are coming up. I jot down what important things happened that day, but it's not elaborate. It's more just like a highlights of the day. I like to use stickers here and there to just, bring some fun into my life. And then I might do a little bit of journaling if it's one of those days. So because this notebook doesn't have a whole ton of pages, I guess it's your standard number of pages that your regular bullet journal would have, but because pages are narrow, of course you will run out of space a little bit faster than with A5 notebook. I'm thinking not to maybe use it for longhand journaling. I might use it just for highlights. I'm also thinking, as far as my daily entries, to do several things. Write out the to-do list I have for the day. I want to write out an affirmation or a positivity kind of note, just to brighten up my day, because my life been very stressful and I just want to kind of use my planners to help myself out. And then I will write a highlight of the day. Kind of in the end of the day, I might say what was the best thing that happened. If I have any appointments, of course, I will note them there. Any kind of ideas that I will get throughout the day, I might put them in a brain dump. And if I have any kind of tasks that I can think of, I will just put them in the tasks list. So this way I will save space in the dailies a little bit. And vice versa, I can put tasks here in the beginning of the month. And then as I go through them, I can take one task and put it in my daily view. This is how the bullet journal system works. And then cross them out as I do them, or move them to the next day if I end up having to move. Additionally, one of my planners that I used to have was for my budgeting. I paid off all of my debt, so I don't need to budget or watch my expenses as heavily. I do everything digitally now, so I definitely don't need to mark that here. So really, if you get to the root of it, the things that I'm gonna use this notebook for would be to-dos, tasks, appointments, highlights of the day, review of the day of kind of the best thing happened, affirmation. I might note maybe weather every day, since it doesn't take too much space. It's just in the corner of every day. I can just write kind of like temperature and what the weather was like. And I think that's it. I think with this handful of like essentials, to me, I should be able to fit everything into just one book and operate with just one book throughout the month. If the moment comes where I do need to longhand journal, and they're just mostly for my mental health, I do have obviously a notebook where I journal and do like my morning pages or something like that. So I can do it there if I need. I don't do that often, or I don't do that every day. So I definitely don't think that this notebook needs to serve that. And then I also might use a little bit of space in every day to track my steps and track my water and my sleep. Again, it's just 3 lines. It doesn't need to be a separate tracker. I don't think so. Even though if I really wanted to, I can. I can also maybe tip in a tracker if I really wanted to save the pages. I was kind of thinking about it watching other people's One Book July, that if you have a journal or a planner that you're planning to use for one book, and then you're worried about running out of pages, or you want to keep one of the things you used to have in the other notebook, but you don't want to use a page in here to do that, you can always just print it separately and tip it in. So for example, if one of the things you have is a tracker that you've been already tracking for a while, perhaps if it's narrow enough, or if it fits the notebook that you have, maybe you can cut it out from the other notebook, or copy it out of other notebook, cut the page down to the size and tip it in, and then bring your tracker in here that way. Of course, you can also have the ones that like fold out, right? You can keep this page for what you wanted to do, and then attach to the edge another page that will fold in and serve some other need. So that's what I'm thinking. This is how I'm thinking of basically addressing the need of the pages. Granted, if it's one book July, of course I don't think I will run out of 144 pages. This will last me for July, no matter how I look at it. But I'm kind of trying to see if I can stay in here for 3 months because it is a gorgeous book. I also saw Notebook Therapy has a really nice kit right now, and that has to do with orange cats, and it's a gift box, really beautiful, and it comes with notebook like this but in kind of like this mustardy yellow, and then stickers and stamps and washes with cats, and I thought they were so adorable. So I'm definitely have my eye on that, so I might get that. So then when this one ends, then I will switch to that notebook. I don't know, we'll see. I love the concept of bullet journaling. I've been into that for so many years, ever since I found out about it. I mentioned in my other video that I did support writer Carol's Kickstarter when he was first putting out the bullet journal notebooks. So definitely kind of excited to try this format, and not just bullet journal but in this narrow notebook. Again, notebook definitely makes the difference. So that's the deal on the notebook and how I'm thinking to use it for this challenge, for this one book July challenge. And as far as the supplies, I've kind of mentioned them because I want to keep this one in this kind of like moody moon mystery like kind of a vibe. The supplies that I will use is this set of washes and stickers from Notebook Therapy. Again, I mentioned it's Lunar Mystery, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 washes here. This one is nice and wide. A lot of them can be cut down and used almost as stickers or like stamps, or of course it can be used continuous as well. At the bottom here there are stickers that reminisce of some of these images. Very gorgeous set. And then in addition to that, I have these washi tapes, which probably will last me for next 3,000 years, because I mean, look how many washi tapes here, and they're very similar in mood to these. And then there is also this set, so I'm definitely not gonna need for washi tapes for a while. And then as far as decorating, I'm gonna use this beautiful set from Ohuhu. This particular one is Maui series, so it is 60 different colors, and they are all very beautiful. Look how gorgeous they are. They are pretty bright and lively though, so I will look and see if Ohuhu has another set that's more subdued, or actually more like baby colors or mild colors, because these are beautiful, but a lot of them are very rich and saturated, which is amazing for illustrations, which I also want to try my hand at. But if you want to use brush pens in your planner, especially to highlight the rows, sometimes it comes out a bit too dark, so I want to see if I can find a set from them, because they're very good quality and very affordable, that's more on the lighter side. And if not, I'll just use my mild liners that I have. And that's what I have for now. Of course, we'll need a pen to write in here and also to draw the lines. I have a set of several pens at different thicknesses. So this one actually I did it with the fountain pen, because the paper here is thick enough that you can write with fountain pen if you really want to. Now this particular one I did it with thin liners. These are all 3 different thicknesses of thin liners. This right here is actually Energel Klena in 0.3, so it's like super thin, which is perfect for the calendars, because this is 5mm grid, so to write a full-on calendar, as you can see, they're kind of like running onto each other. So the only saving grace here is really to have a very, very thin pen. So that's why I dedicated for the calendars. And then a thicker one, I believe this one here is 0.5, and this one is a medium nib here. So basically for the pens here, I will see. I might use fine nib fountain pens here. I'll definitely try those out. Definitely can use Energel Klena. I have it in several colors. I also have a few non-brand, very thin point, like a needle nose gel pens and ink pens. So definitely gonna try out. So it'll be definitely a learning and trying experience here. Looking forward to it. Obviously I can use like stabilos for decoration. Anything that's like nice and thin and gives you even line definitely will be welcomed here. So wish me luck with my one book July challenge. Let's see how long I last. I'm definitely looking forward journaling here about my travel, using the travel style for my actual travel. Imagine that. And just practicing my decoration skills, using different supplies. And who knows, I might throughout this journal decide to switch up my style and not have it all dark and moody, because sometimes we do need brighter days. We'll see. I also might post some pictures in here. I have one of those portable printers they can print from your phone. Again, wish me luck, but I'm really excited about using this because let me tell you, if you are to do a challenge, right, something that you haven't done before and something that makes you kind of like, will I be able to do it? Beautiful notebook that inspires you definitely helps. So I'm looking forward to taking on the challenge and seeing how I can manage to spend a whole month in just one journal without switching to anything else, without buying anything else, using just the supplies I already have. Gorgeous supplies that they are. And thank you for being here with me while I'm making this somewhat scary choice. In the comments down below, let me know, are you participating in One Book July? Have you ever? What are your tips to staying in just one notebook when you're used to using more than one? Have you ever done One Book July with a traveler style notebook that is narrow like that? Please let me know. I want to hear. And if you like this kind of videos, please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And until then, you take care. Bye.